morning. Tom Beal here at the halfway point of the morning walk in Boca Raton at the beach. And guess what? Over the weekend, there's been some focus on two individuals doing very bad, ridiculous things, hurting a lot of people, killing a lot of people. And that brings our attention, that brings our focus to this, and that brings our attention to this shouldn't have happened. That brings our attention to how terrible certain things are, and they are. And people do bad things. And situations occur that aren't congruent with what we think is right. And that can be to strangers, that can be to our own family or friends, that can be to us. On a daily basis, stuff happens. A lot of that stuff that happens can be labeled as bad. And a lot of it is incongruent with what we feel is the right way to conduct ourselves as humans. But here's my take on it. In the Marine Corps, they taught us that if someone pulls a knife, you have to expect to get cut. Because if you don't expect to get cut, when you are cut, a small little cut on your arm, you're like, oh crap, I'm cut. And you look, and now you're stabbed in the heart and you're dead. So I took that and I carry it over to life. And here's what I found. With roughly 8 billion people on the planet, us in this co-creative environment that we're in, where there's many more other people than just us, here's what I found. I can only control my thoughts, my words, my actions. I can't control anybody else's thoughts, words, or actions. I can help influence to a certain degree some people that cross paths with me, but I can't determine what other people think, speak, and do. So that being said, I expect things to go down a path that wouldn't be, if I was in control of everything, probably the way I would do it. But it's a co-creative environment, and with these other people thinking, speaking, and acting in a manner that they are thinking, speaking, and acting, it's probably not going to be 100% congruent what I feel is right, and probably might fall into some categories of what I feel is wrong, inappropriate, hurtful, harmful, and needing to be stopped. I mean, that's how it works. So I expect chaos, I expect difficulties, I expect challenges, I expect bad things to occur. Because when I look back on human history, there's one thing that's been common throughout that. There are, with these individuals thinking, speaking, and acting, there's a lot of them who choose to do things that many people agree is bad, that causes harm to many other people. And what I found in history, there hasn't been a point that that's been alleviated. There's going to continue to be bad things by individuals, by groups of people, by governments. That's been history, and it's going to repeat. So I have a term for news, NEWS, negative energy without substance. This negative energy is something that can pull us down a downward spiral, to think the world is collapsing, to think that everybody's bad, to think that I have to go around in fear for my life, to think that I can't live my life according to what my intuition is telling me and my dreams are telling me to go follow. I have to suppress those and be fearful throughout the day. And I say toss that out the freaking door. Get out of the negative energy without substance and get back to finding joy amidst and amongst the difficulties, amidst and amongst the challenges, amidst and amongst the bad things that are happening, amidst and amongst the terrible catastrophes and killings. Let's just call it what it is, killings by individuals, by groups of people, by governments that are occurring on a daily and weekly basis. Guess what? The news puts a microscope and focuses on certain things, but it doesn't focus on the atrocities that are occurring worldwide each and every day. And I'm not saying this to go down a downward spiral, but that's just the reality of humanity throughout history. There is chaos. There are, with these individuals, not everybody wanting the best for everyone. Actually, there's a certain percentage of people that want to destroy everything they possibly can. And or they're in a bad place and they don't know how to deal with it, and there are a lack of things that are out there to have them find alternative ways to get what's on their mind handled, and they do these outbursts and they snap, right? Who knows? But what I do know is I am going to choose to look for the good. I'm going to choose to look for the joy, because amongst and amidst all the chaos, amongst and amidst all the difficulties, challenges, and tragedies that are occurring, there is massive beauty, there is massive greatness that's occurring each and every day as well. However, the news, negative energy without substance, doesn't get great viewership by focusing on all the good things. It gets great viewership by being the rubberneck situation, by having things that are tragedies. Think of going down the road and you're like, why is this road so slow? Well, because there's an accident on the other side, everyone's slowing to look. The news, if you look at it, is all negative energy. When have you seen a whole news show that talks about all the amazing things and great things that are happening amongst ourselves in our individual country, throughout the world? That doesn't get the ratings that they want. It's a business. They need people to view. And guess how they get people to view? They see a little mountain, this little molehill right here, they see that, and they make it into a big mountain. Now, I'm not saying that to diminish what happened this past weekend. That's a tragedy. But I am saying they're going to occur on a regular basis, and they're recurring at a rate that probably is exacerbated for the fact that it is getting that much attention, because here are these people that are feeling insignificant, they are feeling down and out, and they're like, I'm going to leave a mark on history, and I'm going to go do this, and they devise this plan to now, yes, it will probably cost them their life, but they are going to get the press, they're going to be known, they're going to have the notoriety and the significance, albeit associated with a bad thing. In their mind, that's still getting them a spotlight. In this celebrity-driven world, they're now a celebrity because the focus that they see all the other atrocities getting, hey, if I were to plan something, I could have my name go down in history too, aka significance. So the fact that we give it all this attention, the fact that we make it such a big deal about that person and not about the root cause, which is how they're thinking, speaking, and acting, and where they don't feel there's any other outlet to go but to go hurt and harm other people. I mean, let's not even throw a Band-Aid on. We don't even peel it onion back to go, what are the root causes? We don't look at the deep issues in the societies that I feel if we were to address those, and if we were to divert 10%, 5% of the massive budgets that we have to go conquer other areas and cause wars and all this fun stuff, if we were to put it into our own people, holy cow, imagine investing in our own people. Imagine investing in the own emotional, mental, physical, and spiritual well-being of the citizens instead of wars going on around the world. That may be a good place to start. But here's what I've also realized. There's things I can control and there's things that I can't control. I can only choose to control the things I can choose to control. My thoughts, my words, my actions, and where I put my focus, where I put my attention. We are in the best time of human history right here and now. That said, expect difficulties, expect tragedies, expect chaos, because that is going to be something that is with humanity until we're no longer a part of this earth. That's how it is. That's how it's always going to be. In any large group of people, whether it's race, whether it's religion, whether it's sexual orientation, whether it's monetary status, whether it's nationality they are, or male, female, or humanity as a whole, there are percentages. My take is 80 to 90% of any group of people are good people who aren't out to harm anybody. As a matter of fact, they're out to help people. Then you have about 5% at the top who are amazing, that are doing ridiculously amazing things for so many other people. Then you got the 5% at the bottom that all they're focused on is how they can harm as many people as possible. So any large group of people, you've got 80 to 90% of the people who are amazing, just good people doing their thing. The 5% at the top making a big, dramatic, positive impact on humanity, and the 5% at the bottom plotting and planning to hurt and harm as many people as possible. And when you got 7 to 8 billion, almost 8 billion people, 5% of that, even less, 2%, 3%, 4%, whatever it is, that's a good number of people that are, their whole day is not focused on how they can help others, it's how they can harm others. That's just going to happen. Now the question is, how and what can we do to get them some help to hopefully not follow through on those types of things. But bottom line is, no matter what type of efforts go into this, there's going to be chaos, there's going to be difficulties, there's going to be challenges, there's going to be tragedies, whether it's with strangers, whether it's in your own circle of friends or family, whether it's to yourself. There's going to be that. That's part of the human adventure. So in the Marine Corps, they taught me to expect to get cut if someone pulls a knife. As a human, expect difficulties, expect challenges, expect chaos, expect tragedies, because the percentage work out. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5% at the bottom plotting and planning on how to harm people. And all those projects are going on as, at the very top, there's 5% of humanity that's just absolutely doing ridiculously amazing thing. And there's the 80 to 90% in the middle who are great people just doing their thing and wanting the best for themselves, their family, their friends, and pretty much everybody. So Absolutely. Preston 80-20, 90-10 rule applies to everything, business and life. So yeah, there's going to be the great people, there's going to be the crappy people who are out to harm people. And that's just part of it. Now, the bottom line is look for the joy, look for the things to be grateful for amongst the difficulties, the challenges, the chaos, the tragedies that are out there, and control what you can, your thoughts, your words, your actions. And my recommendation would be to not go down the path of living a life of fear, but to go down the path of living a life of joy, adventure, and passion, regardless of what's going on in the world. Meaning, you get it that there's going to be chaos, there's going to be difficulties, there's going to be challenges on a large scale, on a medium scale, on a small scale. And some of it's going to be directly impacting yourself, directly impacting your family, your friends, and some of it's going to be impacting your neighborhoods, your state, your country, and the world. At all these different levels, it's going to occur. Through that, I would recommend choosing how can I lead a life of joy, adventure, and passion amidst and amongst all the chaos, all the challenges, all the difficulties, all the tragedies, and look for the good. Look for things that can give me joy. Look for how I can go spread joy and how I can help others. One thing I found in helping others, it helps myself. And that's not my philosophy. That's proven throughout all sorts of tests that have taken place. If you're in a dark and down place, go help people that are in a darker, deeper place than you. And go contribute your time, go contribute your energy, your resources. And in doing that, it helps bring you up. So I would recommend not going down the path of news, negative energy without substance, which only focuses on rubberneck situations, only focuses on the bad. You're not going to see a news program that's 100% focused on all the amazing and great things that are happening right here, right now, today, last week, last month, last year, last decade, and what's to come. We're in one of the best times to be alive as a human. And don't go down that cycle of negative energy without substance. Go down that other path of looking all the things to be grateful for and rising down that upward spiral of gratitude, of joy, of adventure, of passion. Not down the path of fear, down a path of joy, adventure, and passion. Down a path of love, down a path of gratitude. Now, guess what also happens? None of us have, hey, guess what, Tom, you since you've been, doing so many great things, guess what? We're going to give you another 100 years. You just, don't worry about it. You're going to live, to about 180 years old. Don't worry about it. Guess what? None of us make it out of here alive. Guess what? The journey's brief. I'm 46, almost 47 years old. I can't even believe that. But my hope is I'm around for multiple decades to come, living a life of joy, adventure, and passion. But here's the bottom line. None of us make it out of here alive. Stop going down the path of fear. Stop going down the path of looking at how bad and how terrible and the world is going to hell. No, look at the other side of how amazing that we are able and fortunate to live in this day and age, and all the amazing and great things that are occurring, and look for the things to be grateful for, so you can not go down the path of fear, but go down the path of exploration, of joy, adventure, and passion, to live your life, not die from fear and have regrets of, man, I wish I would have taken some bolder actions. I wish I would have gone for my dreams. Screw that. Go for your dreams. Get clear on what those dreams are. Look at how this is one of the most amazing times to be alive, and all the proof that's stacked up to be there to show you that, so that you can step up boldly out of your comfort zone, out of your certainty into uncertainty, and go follow your dreams and lead a life that when your time comes, when your last breath comes, you'll do like me and high five the people around you like, we freaking went for it. Damn right. Anybody that was in my circle had a freaking awesome time. And yeah, there's probably circles that are all focused on how terrible things are and how bad this person is and how bad that person is and how tragic everything is. Hey, that's their journey. Good for them. I'm leading a life of joy, adventure, and passion, knowing there's going to be tragedies, there's going to be difficulties, there's going to be challenges. Yes, I have empathy. Yes, I care about other people. No, I don't want anyone harmed. Yes, I want my humankind people to treat others with respect, to treat others with love. I really don't care what they do as long as they're really not harming anyone else. But I'm not going to push them into a specific religion. I'm not going to push them into a specific political party. I'm not going to push them into anything other than what I would hope to plant a seed that you have the capability to lead a life of joy, adventure, and passion if you want it. Or you can go down the other path of bitching and moaning and complaining about everything, and you won't be in my circle. Go have fun in that circle. I've been in circles like that, and I've gotten out as quickly as possible. Hang around with people that are on the adventure path, the joy, adventure, and passion path, that are exploring, stepping out of their comfort zone, stepping out of uncertainty into following the intuition that's within them, knowing that, man, this is what I feel like doing. This is what brings me joy. Go do that. And watch how at the end of your life, which goes quickly, if you haven't noticed, I've been around many people that have had their last breath. I know that one day I will have my last breath. I know that one day you will have your last breath. And my hope is you don't have the regrets. You don't have the past that you reflect upon that sucked you into negative energy without substance, that sucked you into fear, which sucked you into not leading a life of joy, adventure, and passion. I want the other side for you. I want you to say, you know what, screw it. My life's over soon anyhow. I want to go for it. I want to make this like a trip to the playground, like a trip to an amusement park, and go ride the rides I want to ride and do the things I want to do and have fun and hang around with people that are also on that same path and watch how things can change. So my heart goes out to not just the people that dealt with the tragedies of this past weekend. I recognize that there are many other tragedies that don't make the news. And many don't make it on purpose, because many are atrocities that occur from the government that I supported as a Marine that are causing these atrocities throughout the world. Guess what? Those don't make the news, of the families and the friends and the people that were innocent, that were casualties, that are no longer here. So bottom line is, negative energy without substance will pull you down that negative energy path and get you into fear and get you into not fulfilling your dreams, not going for it. Step up, step out of that. Look for the things to be grateful for. Look for the things that bring you joy, adventure, and passion. Be good to your fellow friends, family, neighbors, and be good to the people that don't even like you, don't even give you love, that don't even give you what you feel is the right time, attention, energy, focus. Love your enemies, as it said. It's easy to love people that love you. Love the people that don't necessarily like you. So something just off the top of my head. Hopefully this opens your eyes that, yes, in the Marine Corps they taught me to expect to get cut if someone pulls a knife. As a human, I want you to expect chaos. I want you to expect challenges. I want you to expect, out of 8 billion people, there's that 5% that are sitting there plotting and planning on how to harm others. That's percentages. And hopefully you have awareness of your energy, like your energy can sense it when you walk into a room, like, whoa, something feels wrong here. Follow that intuition and get the heck out of those rooms. But here's my other thing. So I've had a near-death experience to finally wrap this up. My near-death experience. So I was walking towards the bright white lights after a car rolled 4 times, ejected me out of the sunroof. I was helicopter lifted from that spot to University of Rochester Medical Center on September 11th, 1998, 25 years old. Long story short, I see myself laying in the field. I'm about 20 or 30 yards up, and I see myself laying in the field. Next thing you know, I'm pulled up into all bright white light, and I'm confused. And I see my family crying at my funeral. I see my sisters crying. I see my mom and dad crying. I see my grandparents crying. I see massive pain. And then next thing you know, someone comes up and puts their arm around me, and the pain went away, and the confusion went away, and I knew everything was fine. And even though it was all bright white light, we still turned 180 degrees. Now we're facing these huge doors. We start walking towards these huge doors. Halfway there, I said, stop. This isn't how it was supposed to end. I know you had more for me to accomplish. Send me back. I woke up. They'd already helicoptered me to the intensive care unit. I had a respirator breathing for me. The only thing I remember when I woke up is it's very painful to have a respirator breathing for you when you're finally conscious. And the next thing I recognize is I couldn't talk and I couldn't walk properly. I had severe head trauma and I had aphasia and I couldn't talk. So in that scenario, the doctors were telling me I may never walk or talk properly again. All that I would do is shake my head. No, in my mind, I never once imagined myself not walking and talking again. And they were telling my family, and they were like right next to the bed. They're telling me, look, we're concerned because Tom won't listen when we tell him he may never walk or talk properly again. He just shakes his head. Finally, when I could walk with my leg dragging behind me, I had what was called drop foot in my right leg. and I had a walker. I signed a stack of early release papers because I never wanted to believe that I could not walk or talk again. I feel if I would have believed I may not walk or talk properly again, I probably wouldn't have walked or talked properly again. Long story short, I got out of there. Here's the lesson, how this reverts back to this day and age. Live a life of joy, adventure, and passion. Find something that brings you joy. Find something that excites you, that gets you pumped up in the morning to have an awesome day and gets you have to detach from it to go to sleep because you're so excited. Find something like that that's your burning desire and go for that. Stop suppressing it. And here's my take on it. I've recognized that I'm not going to die a second less or a second longer than when it's my time. In essence, I believe from my near-death experience that wasn't my time. Yet I know that there is a time when it will be my last breath, because in this human experience, none of us make it out of here. We have a certain, expiration date. We don't know when that is, but we don't live forever in this human form. But here's my take since my near-death experience, and maybe this opens your eyes. I am immune to death until I'm not. Now, I'm not going to go climb up on that and jump off. Obviously, that's making the right choices. That's using my discernment. That's following my intuition. That's being aware of my environment. And when it's my time, it's my time. And it can't be a second earlier. It can't be a second later. I might as well have an S on my chest. When it's not my time, it's not my time. So I'm going to live my life out of joy, adventure, and passion, out of love, not out of fear. So maybe translate that. And here's the other thing. I know that when it is no longer my time here, it's okay. Like, I've seen that after experience and know that all is well. So I don't have the fear of that. I'm here to prolong. I'm here to do my absolute best to be here as many decades more as I possibly can, and spread that joy, spread that adventure, spread that passion to help open the eyes to others who may not have had that near-death experience. To think about some of these other things. So think about that. So live that life, stepping out of your comfort zone, stepping out of your certainty into uncertainty, following your dreams, following what you feel is yours to do in this amusement park we call life, amusement park of this world, and give it your all. Have a blast, knowing that there's going to be difficulties, there's going to be challenges, there's going to be chaos, there's going to be health issues, there's going to be relationship issues, there's going to be money issues, there's going to be crap out of our control. We can only control our thoughts, our words, and actions. We're 8 other billion people here, roughly, that are thinking, speaking, and acting with different agendas, different plans. We can't control that, but we can control our thoughts, our words, and our actions. And when you're doing this, just know that the journey's brief and you might as well go for it. Go for it with joy, adventure, passion. Go for it with love. Get out of the fear, get out of the negative energy without substance. Know that stuff's going to happen. Look for the good anyhow. Look for the gratitude. Now, give support, give empathy, give the care to the people that you can during those difficult times, but step back one step deeper to observe it, as that's just part of life. Shit's going to happen. Shit's going to get dark at times. Shit's going to hit the wall, like that storm. Storms come, storms go, right? But look for the good throughout that storm. Stay grateful. Make today great. All right, so had to share something, man. This was tough for all of us dealing with this crap. I mean, there's people out there that, what I've learned in my experience, we all don't think. 80 to 90% are freaking awesome, great people just doing their thing. Then there's the 5% at the top that are really rocking it, making a huge difference for all of us worldwide. And then there's the 5% at the bottom that just have bad intentions and that are out and plotting and planning how they can hurt people and become notorious in the process, become someone of significance. If you watch any of the human needs, one of them is significance, and finding someone who's down and out, has some mental, emotional issues or challenges, and really disdain and hate for humanity. They're one way to make significance, and they see it happen time and again, is, if I go do a lot of bad stuff, I'll make the news and now people will know who I am, right? Significance can drive people as well, but stuff's gonna happen. Keep your head up, look for the good, and if it applies, my statement each video and every day is make today great. That's what I want for you. This journey's brief. Think of it as a playground. Think of it as a trip to an amusement park. Ride the rides. Follow your intuition. Do what's yours to do. Chat with you soon. Make today great. Bye for now.